My life was peaceful. 90-Day Fiancé Sarper questions if he would still date Shekina. 90-Day Fiancé stars Sarper Guven and Shekina Garner are going strong, but Guven is wondering what his life would look like if he didn't swipe right on Bumble, as he shared that he does not know if he would date her if given the chance to go back. In a conversation with People, the 90-Day Fiancé stars reflected on their relationship journey after Guven received his K-1 visa and moved to the United States from Turkey. Despite being a united couple, not everything was easy for the pair since his arrival. Given his lifestyle before they met, their relationship was always going. On our first date, I told her everything, he shared with People. I was such a bad boy. I had such a life. I sent this message to her that I cannot be a serious guy for a relationship. But he used that a lot of the time because a lot of women will look at that and take it as a challenge to be like, I want to be the one to change the bad boy, Garner chimes in. I saw something in him, and I was like, he doesn't really want to be this person forever. I felt like he was getting tired of that life. Garner did not look at their relationship as a challenge, as she was accepting of who he was. However, if he were given the chance to go back in time, Guven would not know if he could see himself with Garner today. If I had a chance to go back 2 years ago, would I swipe right on Bumble? I don't know. Probably. The 90-Day Fiancé star says his life was peaceful before relationship. The pair first met on Bumble while Garner was on vacation in Turkey. At the time they met, Guven was dating multiple women. However, Garner still moved to Turkey within a few months after they met, which he previously claimed to be 3,000 women. The 90-Day Fiancé star also claimed that his sexual history actually strengthened his relationship with Garner, despite her past doubts about his loyalty, as no woman can attract his attention now. For a man, if the body count is high, it's a good thing for a relationship, he argued. Because right now, women can't tempt. During the interview with People, Guven opened up about his past professional narcissistic mindset where he thought, you cannot love anyone more than yourself. However, his mindset changed when he met Garner, as he said, now I see her like myself. She has a problem, I have a problem. If she has happiness, I am more happy than her. Is it a good thing? I don't know. Although they are happy now, Guven does not know if he would see himself with Garner today if he had the chance to go back in time. Garner questioned him about his stance, but Guven stood firm on his answer. The 90-Day Fiancé star argued, you have to think if it's worth it, but Guven reflects on the stress. I mean, look at whatever we've had, so much stress, he said. My life was peaceful. Your life was not peaceful. It was very chaotic, babe. In my way, it was peaceful, he continues. Because I didn't have any stress, I didn't have any emotional chains. My life was at a happiness level of 4, 5, 6. It was going. 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. What job does Sarper Guven have after moving to America for Shekina Garner? Moving there to marry Shekina Garner in Season 11. Sarper hails from Turkey and met Shekina on a dating app while she was there on vacation with her friend. Shekina loved that Sarper was wearing highlighter on their first date. She fell for his charming personality right away and couldn't ignore that she had enviable physical chemistry with Sarper. Sarper, 43, was initially criticized by fans because of the way he controlled Shekina. He made her dress and look a certain way, which came across as toxic. Sarper presented himself as a bad boy. The disapproval of their family and even fans didn't stop Sarper and Shekina from deciding to get married. They were together on The Other Way Season 6 Tell All and continued their journey with 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, which shows Sarper moving to America on a K-1 visa. Sarper has been living in the US for almost a year now. Sarper also worked as an exotic dancer, model and actor. During his introduction to the franchise in 2023, Sarper introduced himself as a professional model. Sarper had been modeling for a year. When someone offered him to model for a brand, and because he loves exposing his body, Sarper took up the opportunity immediately. Sarper used to work as an exotic dancer for 7 years. He had a job in exports and imports which he then quit so he could focus on his new stint, which was fitness and bodybuilding. Reality TV is more popular than ever. With so many to choose from, here are some of the best reality TV shows to stream or watch right now. Sarper had used his multiple professions to meet over 2,500 women and had been involved with most of them. He said she dated lots and lots of women in the past, although most of them were one-night stands. Sarper had to quit his exotic dancer job after dancing at over 600 bachelorette parties. His parents also weren't happy about his career choice, so Sarper respected their opinion and got into the fitness industry. However, Shekina didn't like his fitness job. Sarper faced financial difficulties due to Shekina's interference. Sarper was doing financially well as a personal trainer, but Shekina was very insistent on Sarper not having any female clients at his job. Sarper explained how 90% of his clients were females. Sarper's jealousy hadn't come cheap. Sarper revealed he had no money left because Shekina didn't want him touching women while training them. Sarper understood Shekina's trust issues, but he was also financing Shekina's trips to Los Angeles. Sarper dipped into his savings whenever Shekina was in Turkey since she never reached into her wallet and was saving a lot of money herself. Sarper has announced a free boot camp for fans. "He's never coming to the US to be with me, and I thought he needs to always pay for my flights," Shekina had mentioned on TOW. However, things changed after Sarper began living with Shekina in California. In January 2025, Sarper shared an Instagram post, "I have just started to give one-to-one personal training coaching sessions in Los Angeles." He added that he had 20 years of experience and would help 90-day Fiance viewers with their diet program and workout 3-4 times per week in the gym one-to-one. "And the success is inevitable," Sarper added. What happened to Shekina Garner after 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 amid behind-the-scenes castmate drama? Shekina Garner recently exited 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, and it's time for an update on her current life as a behind-the-scenes feud is taking place. Shekina debuted in the franchise in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5, when she moved to Turkey to pursue her relationship with Sarper Güven. The pair's journey was followed once more in The Other Way Season 6, before Sarper moved to America on the K-1 visa and married Shekina in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. Shekina and Sarper, both in their mid-40s, have carved themselves out as a unique couple in the franchise, and they've drummed up a lot of interest. Currently, Happily Ever After? Season 9 is airing, and Shekina and Sarper are absent from the spin-off, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are done with the network for good. When Shekina moved to Turkey in The Other Way Season 5, she had planned to return home every other month to meet up with her daughter, who was in boarding school in California. Shekina and Sarper met on a dating app and fell in love. Sarper notoriously had slept with over 2,500 women before he met Shekina, but was ready to drop his bad boy behavior in favor of settling down. However, Shekina and Sarper had several major communication breakdowns, and one of their fights even turned physical when Sarper ripped out one of Shekina's extensions out. Moreover, Sarper made a terrible impression on Shekina's sister, Sharia, saying that Shekina acted like a shat. Despite their glaring relationship red flags, Shekina and Sarper have always maintained how much they love each other. Over the last few years, it has been revealed that Sarper has a child from a previous relationship that he does not see, that he wants another child while Shekina does not, and that Sarper has been married before, although he said he never loved his Sarper and Shekina had 90 Day Fiancé's first ever bedding, and although Sarper was getting cold feet, he went through with the marriage. Shekina got approval from her daughter to marry Sarper as well. Shekina and Sarper have been on and off. When Shekina and Sarper arrived at the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all, they were not in a good place. Their time spent married was marked by frequent arguments and emotional struggles, with Shekina feeling unsupported and Sarper feeling like Shekina was making him crazy. Sarper said he moved out of Shekina's place for 10 days, that they had a tense Christmas, and that they weren't in a good place. The only thing going for them was their life, although they spent the night before the tell-all apart. However, at the tell-all, Shekina complained that she never got a wedding ring and band from Sarper. But he surprised Shekina by delivering both. They had several fights during the tell-all, but the ring quieted things down. Online, Shekina has shared several cryptic Instagram stories related to what seems like a breakup, but the truth remains dubious. Last month, Sarper and Shekina were spotted at the airport in Miami with Sarper's parents, which means the pair are still trying to make things work. Besides her relationship with Sarper, Shekina has been feuding with her 90 Day Fiance Season 11 co-star, Imani Jalassi. Imani had pre-warned Shekina via Instagram DM that she was sorry for whatever she was going to say about Shekina. At the tell-all, Shekina had an attitude towards Imani, and criticized Imani's new plastic surgery reasoning. Imani also called Shekina out for asking her privately if her triple girlfriend, Eni Aguirre, was trans. Imani accused Shekina of being fake and calculated regarding her plastic surgery and social media behavior, while Shekina said Imani's criticisms were projections fueled by jealousy and a need for attention.